Assalamualaikum and good day to each and everyone. So basically in this video, we will be talking about principles of hydrostatics, okay? But before that, again, I am reminding everyone that this video is for your lecture video on the lecture notes number 2, okay? Ang discussion na ito ay for your lecture notes number 2. And again, I am reminding everyone or I am reminding you class that you better download the file that I have posted. And kung pwede lang, much better, I highly encourage that you better print the file, lecture notes number 2, because that will serve as your outline while I am discussing this lecture. Okay? So again, mas mabuti print niyo yung file for you to easily cope up or for you to easily follow to my discussion. Okay? So again, sabi ko, discussion natin ngayon is principles of hydrostatics. But if we are to elaborate what's in this, kung ano yung nilalaman ng topic na ito, we will be talking about pressure, obviously. Ang pag-usapan natin dito is pressure. Tapos kung ano yung nilalaman ng pressure, for example, yung gauge, yung atmospheric, at saka yung absolute pressure. At the same time, yung variation, yung pagkakaiba-iba ng pressure in a certain point by point. Okay? At the same time, pag-usapan natin yung manometer. Okay? So, as a whole, what is pressure? And I believe you already have discussed kung ano yung sinasabi nating pressure. Okay? But, let's have a recap on this subject. Okay? So, as you can see in the formal, in this definition, pressure is the force per unit area exerted by a liquid or gas on a body. So, meaning to say, sa pressure, it has something to do with the effect of force on a certain body or surface. So meaning to say, yung force na ibig sabihin dyan ay yung mabubuong force because of a certain fluid. Again, reminding you guys, ang sinasabi nating fluid dito ay it's either gas or liquid. Okay? So again, yung pressure daw is yung epekto ng force, yung lakas ng force because of a fluid being applied, na in-apply sa isang area. Okay? So with the force acting at right angles to the surface uniformly in all directions. So, yung pressure daw is yung application or yung effect ng force in a certain area. Because as you can see, pressure is equal to force over area. Again, pressure is force over area. Obviously, sa formula pa lang yan, it's the effect of force to the cross-sectional area or to the certain area. Yung force over area, okay? Again, take note all the time, formula ng pressure natin is force over area. So let's take a look at the units of pressure. So ito yung variations or yung pagkakaiba-iba ng units ng pressure with respect sa English, international at saka sa SI. So sa SI, it's pounds per square inch or that is PSI, okay? PSI. Sa international, that is kilogram per centimeter squared or that is in atmosphere. Pwedeng atmosphere din yung unit ng pressure if international. Pero kapag sa metric, that is Pascal. Ang equivalent ng Pascal is newtons per square meter. Okay? Gets ba? Yung Pascal is Newton per square meter. Gets? So again, kung titingnan lang natin tingnan natin guys, 'di ba? Unit ng force is Newton, 'di ba? Tapos area is meter squared. So as you can see, it's Newton per meter squared. Pero equivalent ng Newton per meter squared is Pascal. Okay? That is this meter guys. So yun. Sa formula pa lang makikita natin na yung unit ng pressure is Newton per meter squared or which is equivalent to Pascal. Again, that is in SI metric system. So let's move on. Let's forward to Pascal's law. Well, in Pascal's law, that is according to Blaise Pascal. Sa Pascal's law states that the pressure on a fluid is equal in all directions and in all parts of the container. So to deeply understand kung anong ibig sabihin ni Blaise Pascal dito, consider this faucet. Tapos may containers dito na A, B, C, and D. Tapos kung ipapaon natin yung faucet na ito, once mag-flow na yung tubig dito, as you can see, mag-flow yung tubig, yung distribution ng tubig is equal or yung level ng tubig is equal despite of the shape or despite of the angle, okay? So yung level ng tubig ay tataas kahit ano pa yung shape or kahit ano pa yung angle ng container natin. Tingnan mo yung dito. As you can see, this is in a inclined, tapos this is cylindrical, tapos ito is pinaka-curve. Pero as you can see, once nagipaon natin yung faucet, as you can see, at the end of the day, yung level ng tubig is pareho pa rin. And that is according to Pascal's law, according to Blaise Pascal. Okay? So, let's move on to absolute and gauge pressure. At the same time, yung sa atmospheric pressure. So, gauge pressures are pressures above or below the atmosphere and can be measured by pressure gauges or manometers. So, sa gauge pressure, it is relative to atmospheric, or it is relative to the atmosphere. Pressures below or above the atmosphere. Tapos yung gauge pressure ay gina-measure ito through pressure gauge or manometer. Anyways, yung manometer na ito is pag-usapan din natin to in this video. Second, let's talk about atmospheric pressure. Si atmospheric pressure daw is the pressure at any point on Earth's surface from the weight of the air above it. Okay, again, yung discussion natin dito is more on parang pahapyaw, or let's say just a recap doon sa physics discussion ninyo sa pressure, okay? So, we will not be wasting our time discussing it again in here. So, next, just see for yourself the constant values for atmospheric pressure in under normal conditions at sea level. So, let's proceed with absolute pressure. Si absolute pressure daw is the pressure above absolute zero, that meaning to say vacuum. Pero yung absolute pressure is the sum of gauge pressure and atmospheric pressure. Again, si absolute pressure is sum or addition ng gauge pressure at atmospheric pressure. Anyways guys, or class, sa atmospheric pressure, kailan ba naging zero yung atmospheric pressure? Kailan? Just so you know, yung atmospheric pressure natin is zero once open yung surface or open yung point na yun. For example, consider this tank, open tank, okay? Or let's say ganito. Consider this open tank. Or let's use this one. Okay? Consider natin ang tank na ito. Okay? Imagine this is a tank. Tapos may tubig dito. Again, class, for everyone's knowledge, once makakita kayo na ganitong drawing, ganito, this one, this drawing, this one denotes a liquid surface, okay? Kapag may ganito, again, kapag may ganito sa isang what is this? Sa isang surface is, that means liquid surface. So, consider this is an open tank or open cylinder. As you can see, for example, dito yung point 1 natin. Nandito si point 1. Tapos, nandito si point 2. Sa point 1, yung atmospheric pressure sa point 1, that is 0. Kasi, in this point 1, open yung tank natin dito. So, in this point, open yung tank. Pero sa point 2 is, since hindi na open, may value yung atmospheric pressure. Pero, question, sir, what if yung point natin is nandito yung point natin? Yung atmospheric pressure din natin dito is, since hindi siya exposed sa air, yun na yung concept, class. Kapag yung isang liquid ay exposed sa air, meaning to say, zero yung atmospheric pressure. Pero kapag hindi siya exposed, may value yung atmospheric pressure natin. Again, sa point 1, zero yung atmospheric pressure kasi exposed siya sa air. Point 2, hindi siya zero dahil hindi exposed sa air. At the same time, point 3, hindi zero dahil hindi exposed sa air. Gets pa yun? Okay, pakitingnan yung note dito. Absolute zero is attained if all air is removed. Okay, it's understandable. It is the lowest possible pressure attainable. Absolute pressure can never be negative. Yung absolute pressure daw ay hindi nagiging negative. Tapos, yung pinakamaliit na gauge pressure is equal to the negative ambient atmospheric pressure. Okay? So, that is all for the discussion on pressure at saka yung tatlong pressures. Yung absolute, gauge, at saka yung what is this? Atmospheric. So, in next video, we will be talking about variations of pressure. So, keep posted after this one. Bye.